exams start in 2 days and I am severely behind on my studying. I literally feel awful today and I really don't want to study, but I really have to. So let's do a little plan. This is how I plan my study sessions. So I write my subjects in order of most difficult to least difficult, and then I go into detail about what exactly I want to review from each of them. So for me, my most difficult is maths, then physics, then engineering. I used to be really strong at mathematical subjects when I was a little bit younger, but as I've grown over the past couple of years, I've definitely gotten a lot more stronger in English and history and stuff. Whereas I didn't used to be I was terrible at history when I was 15. And so I picked quite mathematical subjects for my leaving cert, and now I'm doing physics and engineering when I'm not actually as strong at maths as I used to be. Then I'd say history, German, English, Irish. Okay, so I've written out my subjects. I'm just gonna do a little highlight on all of them. Okay, so now I'm just gonna break down exactly what I want to do on each of these, starting with the most difficult things to the easiest things, topics wise.
Okay, so I was just writing out all of the topics that I had to do and kind of organizing them from most difficult to least difficult, so that I had a plan of what to study first and what order to study everything in. Okay, so I've done out my list of subjects. So basically, this is kind of the order of what I need to study, because, for example, if I don't get the last thing on the last topic, if I kind of run out of time, don't have long, then it doesn't matter as much as if I get for example, a really difficult mathematical topic with only an hour in one evening left to study. So yeah, I'm starting with maths only a little bit because I've already studied 2 topics of maths throughout the week, so I have 7 left. Also, this is going to be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I swear dresses like this are the most comfy outfits ever. It's one piece, it's airy, it's breathable, it's stretchy, it's just so comfy. It's not super tight, it's it has a flowy skirt. I don't understand why people don't wear dresses. I feel like people are oh, comfy outfit is leggings and a top. What do you mean? You can just wear a dress and it's barely even touching your body. It's just flowy and breathable and airy. I just love dresses. Okay, I'm ready to start my first study session of the day. It's a Sunday, by the way. I would have studied yesterday, but it was me and my boyfriend's 1-year anniversary, so I was busy. Anyway, I filled up my water. And I have these sheets that our teacher put up for us online, and I've printed them out. These are the 2 topics I'm going to do. This is basically a summary of exactly what you need to be able to do for each chapter. So I'm going to go through and do this. I've already done this for 2 other chapters, so I'm going to do it. These are the 2 that I'm probably the worst at the moment, because we did them quite a while ago. So this is what I'm going to be doing for maths. I actually just wanted to quickly talk about my math study technique, because I find maths quite hard. So this is basically what works for me, what I'm doing at the moment anyway. So any chapter, whenever we're doing it in class, I take down notes. This is actually the wrong chapter that I'm on. Here we go. But I'll just take down notes in class. So I'll go through these at the same time as I'm going through this corresponding textbook chapter, which I have on my laptop. And then I go through and I make sure that I can do everything from these checklists that I showed you earlier. So it'll be make sure you can use these formulas, make sure you know these things. And I go through and I do example questions of those from the book. And then I go and do questions from past papers once I've done the whole topic. So I did some practice questions. You can see I'm using a whiteboard, which is really handy for doing questions when you don't want to use up a load of space in a copy, or just do loads and loads of writing and waste paper, but you can still practice the questions, although it is handy to write things down if they're, you're going to use it as an example to refer to later. Okay, I just finished my study for the line, and that actually went a lot better than I expected. I got it done much faster than I thought I would. I guess I didn't actually forget as much as I thought I had. So that took me like half an hour, and now I'm gonna move on to the circle because I thought this would take me like an hour, so I definitely have time to do both of them today and possibly another chapter. So here I'm just reviewing some notes and reading over stuff to make sure that I don't have any gaps in my knowledge. My brain has decided that it can't understand maths anymore, so I think I'm gonna do some physics study for a little bit instead. So for physics, I at first started going through my flashcards and making sure I had all the important formulas and definitions written down, because it's kind of easy to miss something, and I had gone and filled out some more information for some chapters in my copybook, and then I was just creating some more flashcards. I love flashcards, especially for physics, because they really condense down the information, and it's a lot easier to digest and a lot less overwhelming. Also, I'm sick right now, so sorry for my voice. Hey, I'm about to take a break and get some food because it's like 3:30 and I haven't eaten anything. Well, I ate breakfast, but I haven't eaten anything for lunch. I did my physics notes up to the end of mechanics. I put them onto flashcards because I just feel like it makes it so much easier to see all like the definitions and formulas, because that's really all you need to know. And then I got up to waves, and my notes for waves are a little bit of a mess because our teacher left because she had a baby, and now we have a different teacher. And so some of our notes are kind of all over the place, and I'm procrastinating doing those because they look horrible. I'm back. I took a longer break than anticipated, and I have a pimple patch on because I have a fat pimple right there, and it like started to get really sore. So I really don't want to do this. Eurovision was yesterday, but I did not watch it, but we have it recorded, so I'm gonna be watching it with my family in like an hour or so. So I need to, what do I need to do? I really don't have the motivation to do another difficult topic in maths. So I think I might do a trigonometry chapter. I might do trigonometry 2 and just be able to say that I understand that, because I was quite good at that. There's all my physics stuff everywhere. Because look how many notes. Okay, let me show you. This. Okay, starting here and this page. That's normally how many notes we have for a chapter. But look, this is one, like that's like one topic in like a big chapter. Or like it's like a subchapter. This is also a subchapter. Up to here. Like that's way too much. So my teacher has like a book of the exact things you need to know, so I'm gonna take photos from that tomorrow probably, and then do those notes. But yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the vibes at all. Procrastinating. Anyway, I'm gonna do trigonometry 2, I think, because I'm quite good at that. I'm just looking at my worksheets, and this is very ambitious, but I was actually quite good at trigonometry. So like obviously it'll take a lot of practice questions for me to be ready for the exam. That's why throughout the week we get like study hours, and I'll also have like 4 or 5 hours in the evening to do study. But I think I could get trigonometry 1 and trigonometry 2 done today. Looking at it, like I feel like I like some of these questions in here, like I know how to do them, if that makes sense. And like I was very good at trigonometry 2. Like these are like the difficult questions down here, and I already did these like entirely myself. I worked out a different way to the book and still got it right, so I'm pretty solid on these. So I'm just gonna go through and literally just like go through and test myself on everything and check these off, because then I can tick it off my list and say I've done this. I only need to do questions. My voice is gone. Also, I have really bad hay fever, and it's May right now, so yeah, you can imagine. Stay hydrated. So here I am doing some flashcards for my maths formulas and just going through and making sure I remember everything, because I'd already done this chapter before. I was just reviewing it. Good news, it's not even 5:30 and I have done the whole of this because I pretty much knew it all. I just had to kind of like revise a few things. These are really good because you can see like, oh, you're like, oh yeah, I definitely know that, and then I'll look at this and I'll be like,
like I can't quite remember which thing is which or whatever. So I was able to go check over things, make sure that I was 100% solid and everything. So I'm going to move on to trigonometry 2, and then I will have algebra 1, algebra 2, the line, trigonometry 1 and trigonometry 2 done. So that's 5 out of, we have like 9, kind of 10, because I've also done binomial theorem, which is grouped in with algebra 1, but it's technically a whole other thing. So I've basically done 6 out of 10 topics, which is really good. Hi, it is currently Monday. It is 20 to 7 right now. You might be thinking, what are you doing? Why haven't you been studying yet? I was up like for a few hours in the middle of the night because I was sick, and I still feel sick, but it's exam week. We have to keep it moving. So yeah, I literally can't eat anything. I'm not having any dinner. I just have my water, and I had like 4 crackers today, which is bad, but I'm really sick and I'm scared to eat anything in case I get sick and I can't take my exams, because that would be so bad. So yeah, I have my Irish and my German exam tomorrow, so I'm going to do study for those. But first I'm going to do study for maths, because I'm always going to study for Irish and German because I have them tomorrow, but I won't study for maths if I get tired, and I've already studied those. So I'm going to start off by studying maths. I'm going to do study on the circle because I didn't get to do that last night because I watched Eurovision and then I went to sleep and then I was really sick. So yeah, not fun. Today was my first day of exams and they went pretty well. I had Irish and German. I told you that like probably 7 billion times, I think. Irish was really easy. It always is. That's like my guaranteed like 90% and over subject. German was hard because it was the first time doing higher level. I'm taking higher level for every subject, but for some reason our German teacher would not let us start doing higher level until like just now, because she was like, oh, it's too early for you guys to start doing higher level, even though every other subject we start immediately in higher level and we're just expected to kind of get with the program, you know. So the German test was a bit harder than what I was used to, but I still think I did good. Like, I'm perfectly capable of doing high levels. So yeah, I have physics and engineering tomorrow, so it might be my worst day of exams, I think. Oh my god, also I just had the most enormous spider in my room. My dad had to get rid of it. I'm not even going to show you what it looks like because that would be so uncute. It was actually horrifying. Anyways, my plan for this evening is literally just study. Engineering, I need to do some flashcards. Physics, I'm almost done the flashcards. I don't know if I'm even going to bother finishing them. I think I'm just going to try and look over the notes because it would be so much to put onto the flashcards. I feel like it takes so much time sometimes, and so I think the most important thing to do for me right now is to do practice questions. I just wanted to show you guys like my kind of study structure or whatever. So basically I have like copy like hardback books full of notes, and then for each chapter I kind of summarize into study cards, which I have literally loads of on every single topic, and then I just use these to kind of learn definitions. Most of the formulas, like this is for physics, most of them we have a book that has formulae in, and then I use my laptop to go and do sample questions from past papers once I've kind of memorized the important things from the notes, and then I, you know, just, it's really about applying the information in physics as opposed to some subjects is about learning it. But I just love flashcards because like you can just sum up like a topic in one little card. Hi, I look all crazy because I have no makeup on and my skin is so bad, so I have like benzoyl peroxide, and I had a shower a little while ago. I'm gonna be so honest, I just watched like half an hour of stand-up comedy because I was like, I'm in a bad mood and I want something to cheer me up.
So here I'm looking through my English poetry notes, and more specifically at my Elizabeth Bishop essay that I wrote, because I wrote this under the guidance of my teacher and I knew an Elizabeth Bishop essay was going to come up on the exam, and so I just wanted to look over at all the little things that I did and make sure that I had the format like imprinted in my brain.
Hey, I had English and history today and I almost ran out of time for both of them. My history one was really dodgy because we had to do the amount of questions we'd have to do for the leaving exam. Like I did, it was 3 questions, all of which involved essays, and one of them involved like other questions as well. And we had 2 hours. Normally we'd have, I think, 2.5 hours. So yeah, I was really pushed for time. And English was okay. It was just, again, a lot of writing. I'm usually fine. I think I spent too long on the first question, but I finished them, so it's all good. I have maths tomorrow, which, as I'm sure you know by now, is my worst subject. So I have 2 topics left to like go over the notes from, and then I'm just gonna do questions. Also, tomorrow is my last day of like actually being in school. It's not the last day of the school year, because I have like a trip and stuff next week and I'm going in for some like TV thing or whatever. But we have like an award ceremony where you get awarded for like leadership and like being academic, whatever, and there's all kinds of different awards, so I have to make sure that I'm all ready tomorrow. I doubt that I'll get an award because I've literally gotten so many awards over the years that they won't give me them anymore, because I've had almost all of them because I was like a little teacher's pet when I was younger. I'm procrastinating studying. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't want to do it. Also, for reference, I wrote 19 A4 pages today. 2 exams. 2-hour exams. Like, imagine how much. Like, I was writing so much, so quickly. My hands are still in pain. I don't want to start writing again.
I had so much study footage from this day for maths because I was so concerned about maths. It is the one subject that I always study for weeks before the exam because there's just so much to remember, and it's not even like I'm bad at it, it's just so heavy. Exam week is finally over. Oh my god, today is a really miserable day. Can you see the sky? It's so grey. It was lashing rain earlier. My maths exam went okay. I blanked on some really easy stuff that I didn't bother revising, so I was like, it's so easy, it won't come up. And my brain was so full of difficult stuff, but I think I did okay. And I also won an award for like hard work, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I won like a academic award because it's like the end of school. So yeah, that was my exam week.